recording with your permission. At this stage, I will call upon our chairperson, SAMDDRA, to address us for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Before I even start, if you don't mind, I don't think it's a large group. Can we just do a roll call just to get a sense of who is here and from where they are? I do notice Juanita and a few other people, but I do not have, I'm not sure where the others come from, just to get a sense of where to pitch our engagement. If we can just do a quick roll call.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. I will just call the way I see the list here. The first one is Teddy. Okay, I see Teddy switched off the microphone. The second one is 301. It's a number 301-23910. I don't know who it is. Please, if you can present yourself.
Morning, colleagues.
It is colleague. We can hear you. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. My name is Thabo Talane. I'm from Economic Development, City of Joburg, and I'm with my colleagues as well. I think they'll introduce themselves. It's Tembas Kosana and Simpiwe. They can introduce themselves as well. Thanks.
All right, Simpiwe.
Good morning. My name is Simpiwe Malimela from Department of Economic Development under the City of Johannesburg. We're in charge of the Enterprise Development Unit. Thanks.
I see Alinda.
Good afternoon. My name is Alinda Viljoen. I'm the office manager of the principal of Gertibani TVET College.
A. Mueller. A. Mueller. We are just going through a roll call quickly. A. Mueller.
Good morning. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Andre Miller, and I'm the Senior Occupational Manager at West Coast College in the Western Cape. Thank you.
Bongani Mazibuko.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is Bongan Mazibuko. I'm part of the SAMDDRA team as well. Thank you.
Good morning, colleagues. My name is Rudzani Makeda from Bembe TVET.
Right, thanks, Makeda. Unati.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hunadi Pipeline from the Digital Council Africa.
Okay, thanks. Dumisani.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Dumisani Mabizela from Majuba TVET College, acting as an Assistant Director for Occupational Programs Unit.
Thanks. Mr. Francois.
Good afternoon. My name is Fran Swart. I'm from a company called Harambee, the Harambee Youth Employment Accelerator. And our focus is waking up every day to address the incredible challenge of unemployed youth in our country. And thank you for inviting me.
Thanks, Ms. Swart. Jabu Tlabane.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Jabdile Mhlabane. I'm the acting deputy principal, business innovation and partnership.
Thanks a lot. Juanita.
Afternoon, colleagues. Juanita Clark. I'm with the Digital Council Africa.
Katu.
My name is Katu Mashao from Innovation Africa Foundation. We drive innovation and commercialization.
Manombe.
Good afternoon, Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Manon Benesh. I'm a project manager based at Hertzband TVET College Skills Academy. Thank you.
Marcus,
Hi guys, my name is Marcus Carpen. I am the General Manager at Digital Youth ICT Academy, and we predominantly train the youth in our country through various sponsorships. The two owners of the academy is Africa to Kun and Maharishi Invincibility Institute. Thanks for having me on this.
Thanks. Mbonani.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Mpombonani. I'm with the Innovation Hub, responsible for strategic partnerships. Thank you.
Josi. Josi. Botshabelo Digital Hub. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, let's go to Pito.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Peter Rataba. I'm a PA to the principal from Hertzband TVET College. Thank you.
Mohotsi. Okay, he's from Botshabelo Digital Hub. The next one is Tivuziwi. Mr. Vele.
Yeah, good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Tivuziwi Vere. I am from the Department of Higher Education and Training, TVET branch in the Curriculum Development and Support Directorate. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. We appreciate. Miss Lokwe. Lambuzi Lokwe. Rose. Okay, Selobi.
Afternoon, colleagues. Selobaloi from City of Tshwane in the Local Economic Development Division.
Mpiwe, I think you already spoke. Teddy, I don't know if you spoke.
Afternoon, colleagues. My name is Teddy Martin Boginkosi. I'm the Secretary General of NAFCOC in Gauteng. Thank you.
Tato.
Greetings, everybody. This is Rose Lokwe from the University of Fort Hare. I'm an administrator. Thank you.
Tato. Tembas Kosana.
Afternoon, everyone. My name is Temba Skosana from the City of Johannesburg's Department of Economic Development. Our directorate is Sustainable Employment Facilitation, which our subunit is Enterprise Development. I'm with my colleagues Simpiwe and Tavotalane. We are responsible for championing SMME development across the entire city. And we manage the opportunity centers, which are the enterprise development hubs that the city has established across all the 7 city regions. And we also coordinate the SMME support through various entities within the city and other core departments. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, colleagues. I am Tato Mukunani. I am with Katuma Shao from Nanovation.
Oh. Okay. Professor Sheila. Prof. Sheila. Okay, Chairman, I think Prof. Sheila is from the Fort Hare University.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm Yulene Schiller, Director of the Eastern Cape Audiovisual Centre and also part of the University of Fort Hare. Thank you for the invitation.
I don't know if I skipped anybody. Please grab the mic and just present yourself. I think there may be one or two people. If you just join now, we're just going through a short presentation.
Good afternoon, Chair. I am Bafana Mota, the campus manager for Skills Academy at SAMDDRA TVET College. Thank you.
We appreciate. Chairman, I think we can now proceed with your address.
Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you, colleagues. I think I have a much better understanding on who is in the room. And I'm quite excited, especially with the number of TVET colleges that are in the room, and I'll explain later why. As Mark has introduced myself, my name is Loyiso Kira. I chair the board of SAMDDRA. I will explain a bit in detail in terms of where we come from. I also chair I'm the MD of the ICT SMME Chamber. And the SAMDDRA itself is a brainchild of the ICT SMME Chamber. I'll leave the other things that I do, there are quite a lot, but for the purposes of this meeting, I would leave it on SAMDDRA and the MIC and the ICT SMME Chamber. Just to, as I welcome everybody, to give you a bit of background in terms of why we had SAMDDRA in the first place and where did it come from. In the ICT SMME Chamber, it's basically a chamber of SMMEs within the ICT space that advocates for development of SMMEs, specifically within the ICT space. So one of the things that had happened over the years, we had noticed that there's quite a number of value chains, which as South Africans, we are usually just the importers and consumers, and the jobs that bring those innovations or any other product happen elsewhere, and in some cases where it does not need to be the case. And we've also witnessed what had happened to the spaza shops, which was just a big motivator for us, where an entire value chain of spaza shops in the country, including the distribution thereof, was simply overtaken and run by foreigners. If you go to every location now, where there used to be a huge thriving spaza shops business, that business is really run by foreign nationals. Whether it's for it's through pure legal or illegal means, I don't think it's an issue we want to debate. But safe to say that South Africans have been muscled out of an entire market of small businesses. So we thought that we do not want to allow that to happen, at least in the ICT space. And we saw the mobile device industry and its entire value chain as an area that we need to focus on to start with. And when we looked at the entire value chain, we said, where should we start? Starting from all the way from the design of these mobile devices that we use to manufacturing and design of components, all the way to the disposal of them, which is e-waste. We looked at the entire value chain and decided the easiest part and the one that is mostly almost gone in the same route as spaza shops would be the repair business. And the repair goes with the sale of peripherals and components and some of the accessories of these mobile devices. We said, as much as we would want to look at, there's an area which we can focus on now, which could have the greatest impact and prevent what had happened from the spazas to happen. And we decided to initially focus on the repairers and distribution, and then we formed this organization called SAMDDRA. And the distribution really means once you have now trained these learners you would want them to be able to access the accessories, tools, and everything else they need to run that business at a very market-related price so that they could be able to compete. Again, it's a lesson taken from the spaza shops business. And we've really worked closely with MICT CETA, which is also I'm a board member of, in developing first the course and making sure that in developing this qualification, that it is an accredited qualification, that it would enable those learners to earn some credits towards any other qualifications of a similar type. While we're busy dealing with the course content which we're currently offering, we also worked with MICT CETA to develop the actual qualification, which has already been approved by SAQA. And I think as soon as we're done with the course content on the other side, the qualification will be offered throughout by all other service providers as well, who would be accredited to do so. We've really in starting SAMDDRA, we went to the MICT CETA, we went to the minister who actually launched, Minister Plate Nzimande, who actually launched SAMDDRA. And one of the things that he said, which is why I'm excited to see so many TVET colleges here, is that we need to work closely with TVET colleges, not just as training centers, but also as areas that would be centers of excellence. Once we've done the training, once we leave, we ought to be in a position to be able to leave that skill and that capability to train more for further training within the TVET colleges. And it's something that Mark has really been driving into creating that close relationship with TVET colleges and universities, but mainly TVET colleges as per the wish of the minister. Now, in doing the training, we've seen quite a lot of trainings in this space, similarly called mobile device training. But the only training currently which gets credits from MICT CETA and gets certified by MICT CETA is the training that is offered by SAMDDRA. Others do not. I'm not putting any judgment on the quality of the training itself, but it's not, they tend to not, all of them, let me not even say that they tend not to. None of them are certified by the MICT CETA, and SAMDDRA is the only one that offers such a training. But we've gone further than to offer training. We've spoken to CIFA and SIDA, and we have indeed signed an MOU that would make sure that all the learners that we do train can be part of a SIDA program that will enable them, those that want to open their businesses, that would enable them to get the tools and also get ready with a business plan. Once they have that business plan, then CIFA would then evaluate, though in a very streamlined, easy process for the learners, assisted by SAMDDRA, to make sure that they can run those businesses, whether it's a desk outside their home or a kiosk somewhere, or anywhere, basically from a desk to a spaza shop type, including a shop in a mall. Those are the things that these two entities of the Department of Small Business have undertaken to assist with. And the whole aim here is not to train learners for the sake of training, is to make sure that as soon as they're done with the training, their route to either opening up their own small business or hiring each other is very clear and is very easy, streamlined. Hence, we're putting these relationships together. Now, these relationships do not stop with the government entities that I've mentioned. We've gone really out of our way to talk to municipalities, to talk to provinces, to talk to other departments in government that would partner with us, either as a funder of the training itself, or as a funder of the exit program, which is also to a certain extent catered for by SIDA and CIFA. But I'm assuming once the numbers start trickling up, even SIDA and CIFA would have limitations in terms of what they can absorb. So for the municipalities that are here, those are some of the partnerships that we're looking at. Certainly Tshwane, because that's where we started, there's been a lot of engagements there. And from what I understand, they are at an advanced stage. But we're really saying as the chamber and SAMDDRA, we're looking at all partnerships that would make sure that we can do this in scale and enable these learners not to only, when they're done, to only have the training, but to be able to get immediate earning opportunities for themselves and each other. Those who are not business orientated, they can work for others. And that's really our theme, is to ensure that we create immediate earning opportunities. And we haven't seen that while we're busy on training, some of them are even able to make a living while in training before they can even finish using the tools that are available for them in training. We have opened a first store, one of them, some of them, a group of them, have opened the store in Acacia in Pretoria, and that's doing very well. And Mark will get into more details in terms of other projects that we've started with the Gauteng department, including the MOU that we've signed with them, to make sure that the others that have been trained in the Tswane group can quickly get to a point where they run their own businesses. And I think that is where I'm going to leave it in terms of just setting the scene for what our vision is. And the aim really is that throughout the country, this business of mobile repair, together with the sale of accessories and what do you call these things, and peripherals, is first professionalized, so that the customers know that when you see a SAMDDRA sign, you know this person has been properly trained and there's recourse should anything go wrong. Secondly, you'll be getting correct products. You will not have your iPhone being changed and given imitation components inside. Thirdly, you can always come back to SAMDDRA if any of its members are doing funny things. SAMDDRA itself is a professional body. In the end, that's what it will focus on. But obviously, because in the beginning we had to create this community of mobile repairers and the distribution side, we had to get involved in training. In the end, we'll simply be involved in specialized training when there are new things that come through. And we would simply focus on being the professional body in ensuring that this mobile repair industry is professionalized, and that the people that are actually offering these services to the community are well trained to do so, they're qualified to do so, and they're giving the correct components for people's devices. And we'll just sit there as the industry body to make sure that we can continue to make sure the industry grows, and in the end, it truly benefits South Africans, and South Africans take full advantage of the jobs and employment opportunities that it can create. Other bodies which are already planned will then focus on the other areas, which is manufacturing, all the way up to e-waste. But as for SAMDDRA focuses on the repairers and the distribution. I think I will leave it there for now, Mark, and I will engage again when we have an engagement after your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. We really appreciate it. It is a great overview. And from there, I think there is already plenty of questions. So I'm sure the colleagues in the meeting will come back just at the last part where we have our exchange. It will be an opportunity for all of us to engage and exchange and become stronger in the journey that we have. So I will just, with the layout that the chairperson has given us, I will just go through how we see things working for SAMDDRA, at least for the partnership part that we want to have in the industry. So why did we call this meeting? It is because, mainly because we've been going around, we've been running activities, meetings, and we have a lot of people calling the office, a lot of people trying to find how they can extend what we're doing, they can partner with us. So it was just difficult to start engaging on one-on-one with so many calls that were coming to us. Then we felt it was better we organize this meeting so that we exchange together and other people can also benefit, and then we'll become stronger together and creating a path which will be a reoccurring platform for us to exchange. So basically, as our presentation goes, I'll be very quick so that we get to the exchange, which is more important for us today. So as the chair explained, we're looking at really driving development of SMMEs from manufacturing up to distribution and usage. There is also disposal, which is spoke about, but we really on the repairing side. So we are a professional body. We want to instill the accountability in the industry. We want the public to have quality of services, and we want to be that reference system where the public will come and cry when they don't get a better service. Right now, if you get your iPhone, Samsung, or any other phone to any repairer, your best person to whom you can go and cry will be a lawyer, or maybe the ombudsman for the commissioner for public public goods or something like that. But it's a very long process. So we want to make it easier in this market, which is very fast, so that people can have recourse. And in so doing, we want to create opportunities for those that will be our members. It's a voluntary membership for repairers, but there are conditions for you to be a member of SAMDDRA. We have to make sure of the quality. So we will be negotiating market access for them. We want to promote jobs and self-employment and better employment. Better employment, it's just through education, because it allows people to get better jobs. And then participate in the reconstruction effort. As a vision, we really want to be a reference system. A big mission that we have to organize the profession to contribute highly into the transformation, and also facilitate local beneficiation in the industry, in the whole value chain. More importantly, something that was not apparent, but if we look at how much money is extracted, especially from townships, it's a lot of money that the owners of these repair shops are first getting out of the townships mainly, but also out of the country. So we also want to impact in terms of reducing the outflow of finance. Our relationships are really varied. So we have members, we have partners, we have sponsors, and just supporters. The chairman just indicated that our first supporter was the Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Blenzman. So he's not a member, he's not a sponsor, but he does support this initiative very strongly. And there is a lot of such people in this audience that I see here. The people that supported us in the journey, the people that made a call for us to get to somewhere, the people that offered their platform, their infrastructure so that we can run some of our activities. But we also looking forward to sponsors, and the partners are the people that really work with us in specific programs so that together we can reach a certain goal. And we have agreements with such partners. And many of the colleagues were calling to say, how can we partner? Look, I'm a community leader here. I really want you to come. I really appreciate your program. How can we benefit locally here? So those are the type of relationships that we want to foster. But we also want to explain what is our mandate as per our founding idea. that we want to do certain things, but we have limitations. So we need to discuss that with our partners. And in terms of our membership, we have two big structures, the individual members and the companies. So the individual members, we have three types. We have affiliates. Affiliates are basically our learners that finished, they don't have money, we're pushing them, we're helping them to start a business, so they will get a free membership for a year as an affiliate. But as soon as they start making money, they can either become an ordinary member or a technical member. Ordinary members are anybody who's interested in being a SAMDDRA member. So it's just to fill up the form and pay the membership. So you become an ordinary member. A technical member, as an individual, requires to demonstrate technical abilities in terms of repairing mobile computing devices. So that is for individuals. We have those three. In terms of SMMEs, companies, so companies can be any of these three types. SMME members, they can be either technical or sales. If you want to be repairing as a SMME member, you need to be employing a technical SAMDDRA member. And if you only want to be selling as a SMME, you need to have employed a ordinary member. So even if you are the owner of that shop, so you can be an ordinary member, then start the shop. Corporate members are like your big companies that sell, repair mobile computing devices, or any other corporate company that would like to support the initiative. Institutional members are any organization that's not involved in sales or repairs of mobile computing devices. So it's like your colleges, private colleges, or research institutes. They're not selling, they're not repairing, but they're interested in mobile computing devices and they want to become a member, so they'll be an institutional member. So there's for individual members, these features. I'm not going to go through it because we shared this presentation with yourselves. And the benefits, they are also there. The big benefit is that we will together share prosperity in boosting the market, boosting this industry, so that we can protect ourselves, protect our services, protect the industry, so that we can render better service and have better returns for ourselves. So this is for affiliate members, ordinary members, and technical members. So the companies, basically, we really, here I'll spend just a few seconds, we really want to steer the change by only allowing companies that, when I mean companies, it's not the big corporates, it's the SMMEs. SMMEs must have at least 70% ownership through South African citizens. So that is one of the ways we will steer the market to South African citizens, so that we can then draw back the market. That is just one of the ways, but a big one. So there are other conditions, including the quality. We need to make sure that you're employing SAMDDRA members who have technical credentials as well. So there is also benefits. And here we have, as SMMEs, you can be a one-person SMME. So a one-person SMME is the company whereby if you are not there as a SMME, the company closes shop. So it's on a table or a spaza shop, but you are just alone. So then we're calling it a one-person SMME. Once you hire a secretary or an admin person, because you now have a lot of work, you go to the bronze level. So we need you to have more responsibilities, and they'll pay a little bit more. Then we have silver as well, gold, platinum, and here it's mostly for corporates. and there we have institution members. When you see the price in brackets, it's people that are joining in July. So this annual membership fee is for the whole year. But when a company or a person joins in July, the price is in bracket. Joining in July doesn't mean renewing your membership. If you're already a member and you don't pay up to July, you will still be liable to your annual membership fee. This is just for new members that will be joining. I think in a nutshell, that's what our type of membership and partnerships that we're creating. And for those that are driving initiatives in community, there is one big perception that I've seen in one or two people who were thinking that we are there to fund some of the programs. We are not yet at that level. What we can do is together drive activities or processes whereby your community can get funding. If we can motivate, we can, the same way we've been assisted by some of the supporters. Among you, we have some of them, so we can also support some activities in communities, in opening doors through some of them that we went through. I think I'll leave it there. I don't know, Chairman, if you have anything to add before we can open up to the audience for our exchange. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yes, I do. Thank you, Mark. I thought you would cover the role of the municipalities and government departments. Obviously, with the departments, including municipalities, is that we tend to look for opportunities to partner in the activities that they are doing, whether it's in terms of spaces that they offer for these learners to operate from, or whether it's to contribute in the people that needs to be trained in their municipalities, or in any other format. I know the city of Tshwane in some point did indicate that they would be involved in assisting with stands within the city and also with tooling. So those are the sort of partnerships that we do have with municipalities. We've been engaging quite a lot with TVET colleges. Mark has been driving that process, and probably the principals that are here do know the sort of work that we are doing with them. But really from the minister's side, we've been given both in terms of MICT-SETA and SAMDDRA mandate to make sure that we work very closely with the TVET colleges. And eventually we would like a scenario where the ability to train and to keep those that are operating well informed and trained when new things to come really sits and rests within the TVET colleges, so that we don't have an issue with where people should go and train, especially because the qualification is there. The TVET colleges are able to accredit with MICT-SETA and be able to deliver that qualification in the TVET colleges themselves. So in any way that we partner, whether we're running our programs or the TVET colleges scale up on their side to be able to deliver these skills, that's what the minister would like to see, and that's what we would want to partner with TVET colleges to make sure that we maintain the same standard of training throughout the country when it comes to this, even if it's offered in TVET colleges. And I'd also like to just thank the likes of Juanita, who's here from Digital Africa, who have really assisted us to link us with other partners that I think we are moving with. I mentioned the others. I'm not going to mention which ones are those, and real things have happened, which just shows that even if a partner is not really directly involved, but if its role is to ensure that we deal with the joblessness scourge among the youth, they are able to use their networks to enable this process to go forward. And the partners like Digital Africa have been able to do that to make sure that not only once, whenever they see an opportunity where SAMDDRA could be able to forward its mandate, they always bring that and facilitate those engagements. And one of them has already borne quite a lot of fruits. So all those partnerships are welcome. This, as I said, this is not about us. This is about rather the people that at the end of the day needs to get jobs. And as much as a collective, as much as we can do to close that gap, the better it is for the rest of the country. So I think I will leave it there, Mark, and then we can go to some engagements.
Thank you so much, Chair. I will just add that as partners, we really, this platform will give a lot of opportunities. We need to train as many as we can. The chairman indicated the path to manufacturing. Yes, now we're looking at repairing, but after the repairs, we should be able to say we've trained enough people in the country so that we can now start looking at how to manufacture the parts, components, and these devices locally here. Now, as we create this platform as a professional body, the TVET colleges and other service providers who will be our members will be then delegated to extend all the upper work that will be coming. What do I mean by that? We're working with SAQA so that as a professional body, we will extend the what is not the qualification, but the professional designations to individuals over time. For those that don't know the professional designations, I'll just give an example. If we train a person as a cell phone repairer, that person with no experience will be called a junior technician. Over time, if you looked at the presentation, somewhere there we said better employment. Over time, the person has accumulated experience, but this person only has this certificate given by MICT-SETA, which is now 3, 5, 10 years old. So with SAMDDRA and the platform as a professional body, we'll be able to say, no, this person can be reassessed with the skills and the experience that the learning experience accumulated, so that the person can now be called a senior technical repairer technician, or even a master technician. So those assessments will be happening at our service providers, not at SAMDDRA itself. Yes, we will manage the process, but we may say in Sibande TVET College, please, if you may have this type of conditions in your lab, you may apply to become a certification center, so that instead of people coming to Gauteng, they will certify in SAMDDRA. They will certify at West Coast College in Cape Town. So these are opportunities that locally will drive some small initiatives so that our people become better, but also that we can make money ourselves. So municipalities as well and provinces can also assist. Moses Kotana municipality last month, they said they will assist with the Mokwase group that we have there, for example. So we're calling upon municipality to empower their people as well within their budgets or within other means, from their partners. They can also draw partners that can fund these initiatives locally so that the people can get training, and these trainings can now happen regularly until we get to the manufacturing level. So if I look at universities, now we're creating a platform, we're creating all these activities around the country. What is the trend? What is the information that we can extract from it? Because we need to do research. So University of Technologies, universities, I know MICT-SETA is funding some of these chairs around the country. can they do research on the things that we are doing so that at least from the information that we'll be extracting, we get better. So even universities can also tap into this industry, and all of us will become better. So community leaders, they also have a lot. So community leaders can, like the chair said, go to municipality, they can link up a group of partners so that they drive activities locally to benefit the people in communities. I think from now we can open up the floor for contributions, questions. We are here as a SAMDDRA family, so if there are contributions or questions, we welcome to share all of that. Right, I see on the chat. Great. Yes, Mr. Mabizela, what you said is correct. Yes, we have established that relationship, and we'll use it so that we draw activities to Maju College. I see on here, Boxer. Teddy and Prof. Sheila. Teddy, you can unmute. Teddy, talk.
Yes. I wanted to ask then, as we will be recruiting young people and we want them to get trained, we then have to go to maybe potential sponsors, let's say EGP or anybody else who want to help us. Do we get a quotation of how much is it going to cost us to train one young person?
Can I answer that, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, so currently what we've been doing is we've been pegging the training and the cost as per the MICT SETA or the SETA standard. So we have not really moved it away from that. And one thing that you would notice is that one of the costs that are required there is that we pay the learners a stipend while they are working. Now, internally at SAMDDRA, we've asked ourselves what happens when the funder is not government and somebody is saying, I'm providing training to those people, they do not need a stipend. That is something that we will be able to extract and remove the government assistance, which is the part about stipend, but we would like to standardize how things work. So we've decided to peg it the same way that the cities are doing, so that the training providers themselves also charge the normal SETA rates. So we are able to give you the SETA standard, which is exactly what you would find if you were to go to the MICT SETA documentation, but we are able to provide you that and say, this is what it costs, this is what the standard stipend would be, and this is the time, this is what needs to happen. The training itself is assessed by MICT SETA, and at the end of the day, the certificate will also come from MICT SETA, which is why we want to standardize it around MICT SETA and what MICT SETA stipulates what the cost should be and what the stipends should be. And we are able to provide you with that.
Thank you very much, Chair. I see Prof. Sheila.
Thank you, Mark, and thanks for the invitation to this meeting once again. I think I was captured a little bit by specifically to determine where the universities will form part of stakeholders, and I'm just wondering if it will then be basically to look at research. How we can research and track the implementation of this program in, for instance, the Eastern Cape or broader communities. Will that be where we will fit? Because we need to still sort that out in going forward and also signing an MOU with SAMDDRA. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. You can even sign the MOU with the MICT SETA when it comes to that. There's an area which we did not want to focus on too much, but maybe I can just give you a sneak preview in terms of what is happening next year. Next year, we are putting together a conference, which is called SAMDDRA. It's both an expo and a conference. And in this conference, what we would be looking at is the roadmap really to manufacturing first of components and eventually manufacturing of devices in South Africa, and what really do we need, what are the bottlenecks to get to that point. And we see the universities playing the main driver, especially what we call the research chairs. So within the MICT SETA, I also chair the board committee called ICT Steering Committee, which is responsible for the 4IR program. And what we've said there is that we want to make sure that the universities really play a huge part in ensuring that as a country we move forward in terms of innovation and making sure that this 4IR phenomenon does not just pass us and we end up being consumers as we have been in the past, to really take advantage of it. Because if we don't, and we simply apply the technologies in our industries, we will actually lose excess of jobs rather than using 4IR to create jobs. So we are being deliberate in saying how we fund now as MICT SETA, how we fund master's programs, how we fund PhD and research chairs. We should be looking at how do we really use the triple helix model to make sure that we even peg universities and those students with industry players to tell us which problem they're solving in society, and there's somebody to take that into business. So SAMDDRA really forms part of that. And when we're looking at universities, it's more towards the manufacturing, the research and manufacturing part. When we're talking repairs, we're really looking more towards TVET colleges. But at this stage, we don't really want to make the distinction because we've been working closely with universities like University of Tshwane. We started working with Forte, but I did say to Mark, I'd like that relationship to be a little bit deeper, more like we do with the University of, with TUT. So yes, we can sign the MOU and get going, or we can make sure that we get to MICT SETA and sign it at that level so that it's not limited to only SAMDDRA.
Thank you very much, Chair. Prof, I see your hand is still up. Is it the old hand, or you want to talk again? Okay, thank you. Any other? Thanks. Any other contribution, question, input, suggestion that we can take forward? Is there anything?
Mark, maybe while it's still quiet, I do know.
Maybe that we.
Mark, maybe while it's quiet,
yes,
I do notice other two partners, which I won't mention by name, who are part of government departments, who are responsible for certain constituencies within the country. And it's to say, really, from them, those are the ones we're looking at to partner with in terms of making sure that we can effectively use this program, which is SAMDDRA and other programs in the MICT SETA, to make sure that we can really take these trainings to their constituencies and make sure that there is immediate job opportunities or immediate earning opportunities. And it's really something that we want to drive. I'll give an example. We are talking to UIF, to say to UIF, you've been funding programs in the cities, and in majority of them, people are being trained, but there is no clear exit plan. Let's work together. We fund UIF beneficiaries so that they can go through the training, either through the SIDA or SIFA or through the UIF itself, be equipped to go run their own business with immediate effects. We can do the same to other, and that is almost at advanced stages as well, but we can do that to other constituency-based stakeholders of national departments in the country. I do see some of them here, and I would like to implore them that we really take some of these discussions forward and make sure that we can benefit their constituencies and make sure that they can get to work as quickly as possible and start earning incomes.
Thanks a lot, Chair. Katu?
Yes, good afternoon, Mark and colleagues and everyone. Thank you. I hope I'm audible. If you are not, you can just stop me.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I wanted to just check with SAMDDRA, how far are you guys with the qualification development? How long is it gonna be? And what are the plans in terms of demonopolizing the access to the qualification? Currently, the practice is that whoever has got the qualification material developed is the one who's gonna make more money because everyone goes and buy the material from them. Now, if such a new industry is about to start, how do you see every provider being able to access it equitably or something along those lines? What are the plans in terms of that? Thanks.
Thank you, Katu. I will respond as somebody from MICT CETA. That's exactly what we are doing with these occupational qualifications. The past qualifications is that the service providers would develop material themselves within the certain guidelines. Now the material will be owned by the SETA itself together with QCTO, and every service provider will be able to access that material. As long as they are accredited to provide that training, they will then be able to be assessed through the SETAs via QCTO to be able to give those qualifications. So indeed, what you are raising was an issue in the past, but now with the occupational qualifications, that would not be a problem. Every service provider, as long as it can be accredited, would be able to offer that qualification. This mobile device qualifications that we are referring to has been approved by SAQA, and we have MICT CETA has, I think they've already gotten people to really put the material together. Once that material has been finalized, it will then be published for comment. And then after that, it will be available for everyone to accredit and be able to deliver it.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Manon?
Thank you, Chair. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks. Mine is almost the same with the previous question that we've just been posed, but I just wanted to say this is in addition to our engagements prior to this, during the whole course of this program up to now, to say as Hertzman TVET College, we are looking to have accreditation for the cell phone repairs on our own. How can SAMDDRA and maybe probably through your other stakeholders assist us in getting the accreditation? We will appreciate your assistance because here and there we've been struggling. Thank you.
Yeah, that one is a quick one. As I said just previously now, we are almost at the very last stage. I think within the next 6 months or so, we would then be able to do that. Obviously, SAMDDRA would want to stay close to anybody that offers this qualification. And I would guess that even now, if you wanted to start even before, we would probably, using the same service providers that we have, look at a way where we can provide you with the current material. I'm not sure what the requirements would be for the current service providers to do that so that you can start training. If I'm not mistaken, we have an MOU to work together in terms of developing this industry. And we would do that, whether it's now or whether we wait. It would be cheaper to just wait for the MICT qualification, and we would then stay in close, because as the professional body, we would just like to make sure that we monitor the quality of this training, and we also give the stamp of approval for the training that you receive, that is within the standard that SAMDDRA expects all affiliated bodies or learners or practitioners are able to give. So I think if we've not gotten to that level, the engagement we should be having with Mark is how do we put a roadmap to get the TVET colleges. And we indeed would like all TVET colleges to be able to offer these qualifications so that the people that come through end up becoming our members, and we can have a professionalized person. And we see these people that are really repairers now to form the bedrock of the manufacturing process when we get to that point. It's just now not enough to go through the whole design process of how we see universities working with TVET colleges, working with industry, working with government, in a more of a triple helix model, those who know what it is, to make sure that the research that comes to universities with the workforce that would be provided by the TVET colleges, we are able to create a thriving industry in the manufacturing of these devices and components and peripherals and accessories. But definitely, if we can't finish it here, it's something that we must take offline and make sure that we have a much closer relationship with the college. And indeed, we would like all colleges to do so.
Thank you very much, Chair. Peter?
Thank you, Chair. Let's find that the college also have a unit that deals with business innovation. We'd like to extend the invitation of the same presentation to that section, especially where they deal with the small business enterprises. I don't know if that is possible, Chair. Thank you.
No, we can do. Which college is it again, please? I didn't hear properly.
Is SAMDDRA TVET College.
Mark, please deal with that.
Oh. No, SAMDDRA is already, because we're running a training there, so we already have a separate with them, so we are covered with that. Actually, Mr. Manombe, who asked that question, is from SAMDDRA. Thank you. I don't know if you heard me. So SAMDDRA is covered for that topic. So Chairperson, maybe you did not know, SAMDDRA is also one of the 4 places where we're running the training now. And they already indicated that they can buy their own equipment so that they can deliver the services. So we already talked a little bit about that. Thank you. Any other contribution, question, suggestions? We still have a couple of minutes. I think another 20, 30 minutes. If there is anyone who would like to share anything related to our topic today. Going once, twice, 3. Chairperson, I think we exhausted what was, okay, I see there is a, all right, Juanita, thank you. Okay, Chairperson, I'll allow you to close for today. I think it was a good meeting for us to create this engagement, start the conversation. We will try and run it as often as we can so that together we build this market that we all want to be successful and to benefit local communities and our local economies. Chairperson, I think you can close for us, and we then look forward to the next time.
No, thank you very much, Mark. Thank you very much, colleagues. Our door is open. As we said in the beginning, this is not about us. This is about playing our part in making sure that we deal with socio-economic economic issues in the country, especially the scourge of joblessness, but also to take this 4IR thing by the horns, because we believe if we don't, we will only exacerbate the socio-economic issues that we have in the country. And for us, this is really a roadmap to really move and driving the country into a process of ensuring that we embrace innovation, manufacturing, and further industrializing the country, which is why the Minister Blade Nzimande really loves this program, because when we explained to him what we intend to do, he really said to us, he will give us his full support. He has indeed said so in Parliament and in the NCOP. So thank you very much. Our door is always open. Any suggestion, anywhere where you see we should be playing, please do touch Mark, and we'll be there, no issues. Thank you very much, colleagues. Thank you very much, Mark and staff. Mark, please send the presentation to everybody. I see there's 3 people who are asking for the presentation. But together with that, please also send the general presentation of SAMDDRA so that people are able to know what SAMDDRA is about. Thank you very much, colleagues. With that note, the meeting is then closed.
Thanks a lot. You bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
I see the person from the city of Johannesburg. Can you just share your email with us or your telephone number, then we can talk.